Hello, I'm Natalie Billingham, Vice President of Sales here at Akamai and Mia MD, and welcome to this edition of You're on Mute. Today, I'm joined by Anthony Williams, Akamai's Chief Human Resources Officer. Anthony has over 20 years' experience as a strategic human resources professional in emerging and developed markets in areas such as consumer goods, technology, and entertainment. Anthony looks after 40 offices for Akamai around the world, leading the strategic HR direction, and has spearheaded Akamai's diversity, engagement, and inclusion initiatives. So welcome, Anthony. Today's topic is all going to be about making the future of work work. As the pandemic continues, employers and organizations are desperately trying to manage the impact of remote and hybrid work on employees and trying to maintain and elevate how they perform without feelings of isolation and disconnection. Whilst companies are aware that they need to manage this engagement carefully, most organizations are ill-equipped to do so. So today, Anthony and I will be discussing some of the ways that we can foster a positive working experience for employees, and we'll be referring to Akamai's Future of Work program as a case study. So, Anthony, let's start with, what is Akamai's Future of Work program?
Our Future of Work program is really rooted in the principle of the future is flexible. We believe that there are really three different scenarios that are best suited for our employee population in our culture. And one is we have a segment of the population that is very interested in working from home and, quite frankly, not interested in returning to the office in a long-term capacity. We also have a population of employees that very much enjoy everything about the office, the collaboration, the setup, the structure. And then we have a segment of our employee population that actually wants both. And in terms of what we believe the future is flexible. And our Future of Work program is one that we believe encompasses accommodating all three of those segments of the employee population. It's been an interesting exercise, but we believe that we can successfully engage and employ what's special to us in the Akamai culture and engage all three of those populations fairly and equitably.
Excellent. And I know that a huge amount of research and planning actually went into the Future of Work program. And, how did you go about approaching that planning? And what was the most surprising or unexpected thing that came out of that phase?
What we've been incredibly fascinated with is how the workforce and the world, quite frankly, have transitioned to a much more remote-friendly environment. We're in the tech space, and so the tech space clearly has adjusted quite nicely. But not only has the tech space adjusted, but employees have adjusted, leaders have adjusted, and so we've just been surprised in how fast the pace has accelerated to an environment where remote work is accepted and is almost standard.
Yeah, I mean, the pace has been breathtaking, and actually the way that people have adapted alongside it. But I suppose as we look to the go forward motion, then having a framework and structure is really important. So what policies and procedures is Akamai putting in place to ensure that we've got an inclusive culture where all employees, regardless of how or where they work, have the same opportunities?
For us, we put in place an entirely new program called FlexSpace. And for us, FlexSpace has really worked on our aspiration to make sure that there's equitable access to information, programs, and support for every employee within sort of unbiased management practices and expectations. And so our biggest thing is really extending the culture to every employee, no matter where they may fall, whether they're a hybrid employee, a work from home, or a strictly work from office employee.
Fantastic. And so it sounds like the program's been created to deliver a positive working experience for employees. But to what extent does the success of the program depend on the employees themselves. And what tips do you have for employees who want to make the most of this or any other type of hybrid working program?
So the success of the program absolutely involves the employees providing feedback. We've communicated with our employees that this will be an evolution, and we want to co-create and evolve the employee experience in our environment together. So ultimately, it's a partnership, and that's the expectation and ask of employees, is that they communicate, and the expectation that we've provided to them is that we will listen and that we will evolve the program as the needs of the employees evolve. If there is guidance that I'm giving to employees, I would say be deliberate in seeking connections and networking. And that's been something that we've afforded and asked our employees to continue to do even prior to our FlexSpace program, is to continue to reach out, leverage programs like our mentorship programs, employee resource group programs, and other things to be incredibly deliberate with connecting with your employees, our employees and your colleagues.
I suppose from a business perspective, actually, a program like this should deliver also a competitive edge. And so, I'll be very curious on your views on how you think this might happen in 2022 and beyond.
From our standpoint, a more flexible workforce stands to benefit Akamai, our employees, our customers, and even our investors. It really positions Akamai to tap into new labor markets, to broaden our talent pool and acquire the best talent. And as well, having a more flexible work environment makes us an incredibly attractive employer.
Yeah, and it's really, so thrilling actually to be part of something that can offer this win-win scenario. It sounds like the future is flexible, that it will help evolve the culture, it will benefit all of the stakeholders. And so these types of programs really will add such broad value, for Akamai and any other organization as we go forward. So I really appreciate, Anthony, you taking the time to give us that case study and talk about the Future of Work program, and really great insights within that. And so for you, the audience, if you've enjoyed what we've discussed today, as always, feel free to unmute yourself, join in, share, like, and we'll look forward to speaking with you again. Thank you so much, Anthony, and thank you all.